Hey Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we are taking a look at, from Masters of the Universe Origins, Thunder Punch He-Man, the heroic leader with a power punch. Or as my son and I have called him since the Classics version came out, Booger Fist He-Man. Pow! He-Man delivers a thunderous punch. So, when I was a kid and this figure came out, it had cap firing action, which obviously is not going to happen in toys these days. But I love this line so much, this Masters of the Universe Origins line, that I am all but a completist. Matter of fact, am I a completist? I don't know if I've missed anything. So I'm going to buy every oh yeah, there are a couple of things that I passed on at this point. I got the 2002 He-Man and Skeletor. Yeah, there are a few things I haven't picked up. So I'm not a completist, but I will buy anything that is familiar and fun. And this Thunder Punch He-Man, I mean, he was a seminal release in the original line, so I had to have him. If you notice at the top, the graphics have changed, and now that the Snake Men are part of the Origins story, you've got the Snake Men at the top, the scaling at the top of the box, and then look at that beautiful art of Thunder Punch He-Man with that fist just lit up, ready to go. On the back, we've got, oh, interesting. So Thunder Punch He-Man is fighting some Snake Men Horde troopers. Is this something that was released as an exclusive that I'm not remembering? And that's one of the things I've not been... The PowerCon exclusives, honestly, the prices on those are so high that I'm just... I can't get into all that. But yeah, these Snake Man Horde Troopers, very interesting. So that's kind of grotesque, though. So are they cyborgs where Hordak has just cut the heads off of Snake Men and stuck them on Horde Troopers? That's kind of bizarre. He-Man uses the powers of Grayskull to summon the mega-powered Thunder Punch. And then on the back of the card, I already read the King Hiss review, our little Rise of the Snake Men bio here, which I love that they're advancing the story in that way. We've got the cross-sell. We've got the action features. So let's open this guy up and take a look at this, one of many variations on the most powerful man in the universe that have come out of this line, and I will happily buy almost all of them. We've got our line art that explains which parts are interchangeable. Now, in most figures in this line, the arms, the torso, like everything, but because this one has action, the hands, the feet, and the head are the only interchangeable parts on this figure. And I love this line art. It just makes me happy for some reason. Just how charming and simple it is. I like things that are charming and simple, like me. All right. I do not like these little plastic tabs that they've come up with to hold the figures in place. Not a big fan of these. Let's see if we can just pop him out of there without cutting the feet. There we go. Oh, didn't even have him in his feet, so moot point. All right, let's put our accessories to the side over here and take a look at Thunder Punch He-Man. His whites are a little brighter. His loincloth, boots, and belt seem pretty much on model, but he does have these nice red wristbands that are a little bit different. And the arms, while they're not removable, they do feature the same articulation as the other figures in the line, which is wonderful. And the wrists on these, if you notice, I mean, these are fantastic action figures. Again, the combination of collectability and just being great toys, Mattel has absolutely nailed it with this line. I've got the hips. Kind of don't want to move there. I'm going to have to loosen those up a little bit. Or not, because I'm not going to pose him sitting down, chances are. It's hard to Thunder Punch from a seated position. As you can see, the way that the articulation functions, you can do what, I always wanted my He-Man figures to do when I was a kid, and they can stand up straight, or they can assume that squatty position that the line is so famous for having. His armor here, a reflection of the original Thunder Punch armor. So he's got the silver paint on the red harness. And you can see it's attached on there in kind of the old school way. And then on the back here, it's got his backpack. Okay, so I will admit to being a little disappointed here. The Masters of the Universe Classics version of Thunder Punch He-Man came with a ring that simulated the caps that came with the original toy. And that could be stored in the backpack. I've just got to make sure it's not in there. No, there's, if you can see, there's nothing in there. It could be stored in the backpack or on the shield. So this guy did not come with that ring of fake caps. A little disappointing, I'm not going to lie. But the Classics version could not do that. Oh, that is satisfying too. That has got a heck of a spring to it. Much more so than any of the original Masters of the Universe figures. That is great. But what is a Thunder Punch without the accompanying Booger Fist? And yes, obviously that is supposed to be, that's the power of Grayskull infused into He-Man's mighty fist. But you can understand where we got our affectionate little nickname for it. But there you go. Look at that. Thunder Punch. That's fantastic. And he also comes with, now, because that hand is not sculpted to hold a power sword, you do have the left hand sculpted that way, so it can hold this, by the way, vac metal. So other toy companies out there, you've got releases that need to be vac metal. You need to talk to Mattel about how to do this, because this is gorgeous. The shine could not be shinier. Look, He-Man can see himself in it. And he is one handsome fellow, let me tell you. All right, so he can hang on to this shield. Maybe. There we go. Oh my gosh. I had it. His fist, it wants to pop out of there where I'm putting it. And then this golden variant of the power sword looks great. I like how much edge they've given these too. Like they are, oh, and this is pretty rigid. This is not floppy rubber plastic. It's a nice rigid plastic. But yeah, the edge on these is really nice. And that can be stored in the shield that doesn't want to stay on his hand, or stay in his hand, or he can hold it and fight left-handed. I kind of wish, well, at the very least, I would like to be able to store his shield on his backpack. But I guess what I'll end up doing is, if I can get him to hold his shield satisfactorily, the problem is when I turn it, the hand kind of comes open around it. But this is probably going to be my display for this guy, because I want him to have all of his accessories. Great figure. Lots of fun. This line is amazing. I just, like I said, every release, I'm just so excited to get my hands on, because they're all just tremendous fun. Thunder Punch He-Man, everybody. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. Always come back for new reviews. They're coming all the time right now, because I am so backed up on product. And there it is. As always, I have the Booger Fist!
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.